Hello, hi, my name is Raymond. Hello, here is the Geography 100 final project. Now I am gonna introduce a story and some people have connected to me. First, I am gonna to introduce three places that are important in my story. The first country I'm gonna to introduce is Japan. So here is the Japan's map. So, Japan is a solar-rich island nation in East Asia. Located in the Pacific Ocean, it lies off the eastern coast of the Asian mainland and stretches from the Sea of Okhotsk in the north to the East China Sea and China in the southwest. So this is the Tokyo, is the capital of Japan. So the second country that I'm going to introduce is Korea. This is the Korea map. So, Korea is a historical country in East Asia. Since 1945, it has been divided into two distinct Soviet states, North Korea and South Korea. Located on the Korean Peninsula, Korea is bordered by China to the northwest and Russia to the northeast. So, the third country I'm going to introduce is China. So this is the China map. China, officially the People's Republic of China, PRC, is a unitary sovereign state in East Asia and the world's most populous country with a population of around 1.404 billion, covering approximately 9.6 million square kilometers. It is the world's second largest state by land area, the third or fourth largest by total area. Here is Beijing. Beijing is the capital of China. So now I'm gonna to tell a story to you. This story is about the different cultures in these three different countries. So now this is the China, Korea, and Japan's map. This part is China, and this small part is Korea, and this part is Japan. So the first part in my story is the way to show respects in these three different countries. So bowing is one aspect of each culture that most assumes in the same, but in fact, it has evolved in each country over the year. In Japan and Korea, a slight bow when greeting each other and a deeper bow in more formal situations is still considered appropriate. However, in China, the handshake has actually become a common greeting with only a slight hand nod rather than the traditional bow. I noticed this is a little in my experience with Chinese people, but especially with the Korean and Japanese. So the second part in my story is the violence in our daily life. Another manner that I noticed in everyday life was the volume and tones of their speaking. I visited Hokkaido, Japan on vacation once, and begin to see and hear Chinese tourists from a mile away each time I got on a train. Upon entering a train or other public transportation, Japanese or Korean typically remain eerily silent and even keep their laughs to a minimum. But Chinese don't have the cultural custom of quickness in public space. So the third part in my story is languages, and this part is the most important part in my story. So the three languages in these three different countries. If you have studied Japanese, you know that the entire language consists of only 5 vowel sounds in about 100 different syllables with very few repetitions. A, I, U, Z, O become totally clear even to the untargeted ear when listening to a Japanese person speak. In addition, each Japanese word entire ends in a vowel or n, making it easy to pick up on Japanese even if you haven't learned the first word. So even though China's language are the origin for Japanese and Korean, the spoken language seems like it could not be more more different. Not only does the Mandarin, the official standards for China contain multiple woven sounds for each English equivalent, but their mannerisms, the personal come into place as well. They seem to raise and lower their intonations and tone increasingly and combine consonants where Japanese or Korean won't. Without dissecting these countries' incredible details and historical language, it sells to say you can still pick up a Chinese person out of a crowd based on their distinctions from Japanese or Korean. After analyzing only these three differences between the cultures, it is easy to start to see the uncountable difference between the three countries. So before you quickly assume Japanese, Korean, or Chinese, take a step back and remember that each person comes from a unique country that is their own. They each have their own culture and incredibly long history, and their words to be distinguished because of it. And I think the world will make our life be more sciences and technologies. During the raising of China's science, for example, during the raising of China's science and technology, the Chinese have a lot of new ways to live in the countries, such as the Chinese dressing habits of Chinese people is not only wear a Chinese zhongshan zhuang to instead of the Chinese dress style, more imitate and West, and a lot of Chinese like wearing Japanese style or Korean style. And in conclusion, I think the world made me discover more beautiful new things. The world made me grow up, and we make this world more diverse. So, thank you. Thank you for your listening. Thank you.